Yeah, for sure. It's not going to be as easy as you might think. It will come down to quite a skill-based matchup, I feel, which is always fun to see. And already just looking at the lineups, it feels relatively even. The skill of the teams is pretty similar as well. So I feel like this is 100% going to be the series where we're actually going to get some games. Yeah,
Yes.
We're done with the 20-minute GGs.
Oh, thank God.
14-minute GG or whatever the hell it was earlier on as well. Like, good lord, it was funny to watch for a while, but not entertaining Dotes. But we're going to get a very exciting first fight here. Both teams smoking into each other. FBZ leading the charge. Who initiates onto who? Everybody craps themselves and runs away. Never mind, no fight.
I like how he shows up with like the big shield. And I'm like, all right, he's gonna jump on somebody. He's like, no. Everyone goes back. Samil drops a remnant there. Everyone's like, nope, not me. I would think the Nigma Galaxy might have the advantage if they send the Tiny and the Mars 4 just because they're so damn durable. And at the same time, you have Tidehunter. And both teams just feeling very careful here.
Although, with this high ground wards, they do spot out Matthew, but at the same time an Observer ward was actually placed there in the mid. So Nigma Galaxy have all this information as well. And is anyone going to fight? Okay, they get the D wards. That's pretty good stuff.
Well done by them, by the way. Make sure that they time it so that there's no denies coming from the enemy side. It does cost Pastel about half his life, though. So, and the Tango. Not the best start, but you do get the Observer.
Looks like they're going to try and actually fight for this bounty rune, though. FBC changes his mind, will run back. So at the end of the day, it's going to be a 2-for-2 split on the bounties overall. Matthew takes a little bit of beating trying to secure his own one, but he does grab it, regardless.
Sumail takes away that cliff ward. It was kind of an interesting idea because they were like trying on Winter Bears to see where the ward is, and like, all right, it's going to be there. They get theirs done. Nigma Galaxy, they say they must know, like they see them moving, like they must know we're here, so they have a ward on the cliff, and everyone just blind in the mid lane right now.
Yeah, that's fine. That means it's nice and even. That's the way we like to see it. And then it truly is down to a skill matchup now, Tomo. You can't say I lost because of vision. No excuse like that going to happen in this game. And meanwhile, again, you've got the classic trope of double melee versus double range. So we'll see how much Winter Bear is going to be able to use this to their advantage and potentially pressure out both FBZ and Matthew. You can already see Matthew's pretty damn low, but it's going to happen.
Ooh, he's got it. Yeah, he saw that courier coming and he went for it. Do we really consider Venge as a ranged hero? Boy, he's doing some damage.
I mean, it's doing work, but with the tree toss slow, it's there. Matthew, you will be able to get away. I mean, she's got more attack range than, I don't know, a centaur, so she's range-ish. Actually, still going to find it, Matthew.
Some more?
He's dead. Yeah, stoic. He just runs him down. Easy lemon squeezy. First blood for the pos 5.
Not the most exciting first blood I've ever seen in my life, by the way. It's like this chase for like 20 seconds between Venge with Wave of Terror and a Tiny with a big tree. So, yeah, he gets it in the end. In the mid lane, though, Sumail establishing his dominance, tripling the CS right now. 9-4 to the 3-1. The creep is going to go under tower, so I might be able to get a couple here for Pastel, but it doesn't seem like it. Yeah, he missed two of them.
Yeah, Sumail hitting the creep early, so he knew he wasn't going to get the deny, but he at least made sure that Pastel wasn't going to get the last hit, so that is nice. Still just denying right in front of his face, man. He's really punched him hard so far in this lane. Devastating for Pastel, although Jeezy in danger, going to get ran down, slow to a crawl, and they also make sure Miracle gets the last hit as well, so a freebie there for the carry. Always a little bonus.
Yeah, two lanes going very nicely for Nigma Galaxy. When we talk about the top lane, we've said double range. Double range is for Nigma as well. The top, as like Pugna, he can go close, but he's very fragile. He has to be careful. And Tidehunter should be able to maybe just solo the lane at some point. I don't know if keeping the Pugna is going to help. As mid lane, skin of his teeth. He doesn't even have ball. I think the ball is actually being delivered right now. Yeah,
it's going to be very helpful to help him recover, but still, if we're looking at CS, it's 15-7 to 4-1. I mean, we're saying this is potentially just a skill matchup. Unfortunately, showing Sumail maybe has a little bit better skill, which he continues to harass Pastel onto this tower. Meanwhile, down to the bot lane, it looks like Stoic does actually get caught out of position, so they're able to net a freebie on towards the Venge. And yeah,
we're trying to keep our eyes in the mid lane here as Sumail is giving a master class on how to triple the enemy's performance in the mid lane. Yeah, I want to go back about the Venge. Even though she is a ranged-ish hero, it's very scary just to go close to these guys. You don't have a whole lot of health. They have 2 stuns, two displacement abilities. It's a lot of damage, and it's very scary for the Venge right now in the bottom lane. I think Stoic getting that first blood helps, but it's still might be in favor of Nigma actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree. You can see FPZ is still doing fine in terms of CS, pretty much equals that reality. So they're both kind of getting what they want out of this lane. They're going to continue to harass each other. Another thing to note as well, that in the mid, Pastille was actually forced to run all the way back to base and TP back on him without boot. So it gave Sumail more free farm, which means he's going to hit his level 5 much sooner. Although, down to the bot lane again, Stoic gets tossed out with a spear. Oh, actually misses him. That grazed him barely, but very fortunate there for Stoic. That would have been a kill for sure.
Oh man, uncharacteristic. FBZ, when he was playing for like Boom Esports, they often picked like 2 heroes for him, and his Mars was considered the best hero. Like, it was like the best Mars in Southeast Asia. Still, you know, misses happen. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Nigma Galaxy is still leading 1,000 gold 4 minutes, so feeling very nice so right now. This net worth of the mid lane scares me when I see Storm has more denies than enemy has last hits.
Yeah, that is really brutal. I mean, when we actually look at net worth value, he has 900 more gold than Pastille already, which is extremely good. Meanwhile, Catchall just getting a free little acorn creep.
We're gonna try here by miracle, but a little off the mark and isn't able to get to the point. Like, still, they zone him out of the lane, and we're not like the Pugna's just having no impact top. There's not much he can do because if he gets close, he gets shredded by the Wind Ranger as well as the Enchantress. Kuroki should be playing more of these heroes.
Who would have thought Kuroki playing like creep-based heroes? That's rare, isn't it? Doesn't happen at all.
They're going mid. Stoic is here. They refill the ball. Everybody's here to give Pastille some help, but I'm not sure that it's gonna be enough.
Oh, Stoic sort of found in the trees by Matthew. Just gonna try and chase him down. Avalanche wants to toss him over towards Sumail, and it looks like he will be in range. Yeah, that's gonna let a free kill over towards the Storm Spirit. If the Remnant also tanked up there from Matthew to ensure that the mid does get the kill. It's a nice little cherry on top. But yeah, Sumail's going to be hitting his 6 pretty early. We'll see if he's going to be able to use that to push the advantage against Pastille. Both supports are still nearby, and they might just commit for a kill. Because the Void also doesn't have to simulate, so he's going to struggle to disengage.
He does have at least an infused raindrop, which is amazing against Storm. Oh dear, Jeezy's probably losing his life. No TP available either, so there's just no way. He's just going to try to delay as much time as possible.
Yeah. Fortunately, it's not going to make any difference. Trying to make sure that Sumail gets the last hit. Ooh. If Kuroki wasn't doing the body blocks there, that would have been a successful deny to the neutral. So very nice little move there. Making sure the mid gets another kill.
And Sumail, he tips the captain. He's like, yeah, very nicely done, sir. He's still got some moves. In the meantime, Stoic, yep, gonna be thrown back. Tower spear to the tower, and he's just gonna lose his life very likely.
Yeah, oh, a free carry though. He'll definitely take that one at the very least. And again, the supports of Nigma Galaxy just continuing to make sure that the cores are the ones getting the kills. Definitely not something you see very often in your pubs. It's like, yeah, I always call it lane tax whenever I accidentally take a kill. But, you know, it's like, you know, I've secured all the creeps for you. I just want something. A little something.
He's like, you want another tango? You want me to block the camp? You want me to make sure they hit me and use my mana? Okay, I'll just take this kill. You know, it seems only fair if you ask me. And what doesn't seem fair is how much of an advantage Nigma has right now. And they're going to go for Pastille here. There's no disseminate, but he can just jump away the Astro.
He's used all his charges.
Or not.
Yeah, he used them very aggressively, and as a result, immediately punished Sumail. Just knew the game exactly what he had to do, and with the help of Kuroki, obviously, they just net another freebie. And yeah, now this mid is all of a sudden a disaster for Winter Bears right now. Their mid is miles behind.
And you really were relying on the Void Spirit to make space for you, because in between the Tidehunter's Ravage, there's this big gap of cooldowns, right? It's like, alright, Ravage down, what do? We look at the Void Spirit, who's a very like active, no cooldown kind of hero, but he's just having no game. He is half the net worth of the Storm, so anywhere he goes, Storm can just counter him. Although,
yeah, they're doing some good lockdown right now. Sumail is going to be A-okay. We'll just run away. Pastille thinking about charging in aggressively. But with the TP of FBZ coming on through, he will change his mind. And Kuroki also going to be able to take away the Arcane Rune there and just continue to be annoyed. So though GC coming from behind, got to be careful. They're actually going to try and go for the kill. And maybe going to get it. There is going to be the stick charges, and that's just about enough to keep him alive.
As well as the infused raindrops proccing twice in that situation. So they can't even kill the enchanters, which was what Pastel, he really needs anything, like any kill. In the meantime, they just put Matthew in the mid lane so he can get his levels if he needs to. Sumail can rotate around the map. And he's in the base right now. We'll see where he's gonna go. The one guy they can... Oh, he's just walking.
He wants to save that TP, you know, he wants to keep it in case there's going to be a gank attempt, doesn't want to waste it just to go and hit creeps. He's very wise, he's smart.
And that's actually one thing and if everyone can improve on. Is like, you should look at your TP scroll as like an ultimate ability, where you don't want to just throw it willy-nilly. You should walk if you have, you know, if it's not a long walk, which the mid lane isn't. And he's going for first item Orchid on the Storm, which counters the Void Spirit as well as the Morphling. And Void Spirit's like, do I want to go Yules? He's not queuing up, he's queuing Mage Slayer instead.
Let's see if that's going to make much impact when he gets it. Although, jumping on towards Kuroki, he does have GZ nearby. They can try and go for this kill. Stoic is also here, but even still, Samael just zips on forward, just Crepify to avoid the physical damage. But Samael, he's just going to zip straight after him, continuing to pursue for this kill. Eventually, they're going to bring him down as well as Stoic. Catchall is nearby with the Ravage, but unfortunately, it's not going to make too much difference. Or is it? Nice toss from Matthew just to throw him away. It does keep the Storm nice and safe.
We've seen a lot of, we saw today twice as Tiny toss an enemy to his friend and just gets him killed. So nice to see Matthew not making that mistake. Despite all this, there is a farming Morphling. He's having a very nice time. Reality, he is keeping up with all the cores. That could be their window back, but it's not a situation you ever want to be in where you're like, guys, it's okay. Our carry in 20 minutes will come online and he'll win it for us.
Yeah, it's true. You can make him space, but is that going to be enough? I mean, they're going for this kill on towards Matthew. It's a good avalanche to keep them safe. Actually, he tosses them in, but it ends up being a 4-man Ravage instead. Arena making sure they trap in the tide and eventually will go down. But Samael on death's door, he's trying to get away. There's not enough catch there for Winter Bears. So Samael will survive. And Pastel, a long-range power shot there from Miracle, secures the grab. And that's 2 cores going down for Winter Bears, and all they get is support Tiny.
Yeah, this is one of the best things about the Tiny early game is he is so freaking tanky as a support, and he costs so much for the teams to bring him down. Matthew, he's like, all right, you got me, but we got 2 cores in the end, so he's very happy with that. Good arena by FBZ, catching the Tide Hunter. Nicer Ravage, to be frank with you, but no real follow-up.
Yeah, it was just not... It was literally no follow-up at all. There was a Void Spirit with no Astral Step charges, and unfortunately there's not really much he could do in that situation. So, you know, hopefully when the next one comes out, Winter Bears will be in a better spot to actually try and look for some kills, because bit by bit, they continue to fall behind in this game, teetering between a 3 to 4k gold advantage for Nigma Galaxy. But like you were saying, the one saving grace is reality on that Morphling. You're just getting all the space in the world. Just depends if he can really put to good use. And Catchall in danger, multiple heroes on top of him, and kill secured comes on through. Although, maybe a counterplay here for Winter Bears. They got the lock on towards Matthew. Reality turns up and secures a kill.
They actually got more from killing that support than they did from losing the Tide Hunter. So while it's not ideal, you can say it's an even trade. Yeah, losing your offlane for enemy support never feels good, but you actually got good gold coming in for the Morphling, who's going for the... well, he's going... I think he's going... He queues up different items. One point to the Morb Mask, another is going to be the Manta.
He's fine. Kuroki just casually kills the tower. 3 heroes jump on him, but he just walks away. He's like, is that all you got? You gotta do better than that, boys. Also a shield room. Why not? Just grab it. Well, actually, he wants to try and save it for Samael, but Pastel was here, so yeah, he's forced to take it. Can't risk that getting taken away.
Sorry about that. I was watching it from in-game and missed that. Feels bad. But in the meantime, I wonder if Pastel's gonna take any points in the simulate. It does feel like it would give you that 1 second of like invulnerability. You can also move out, because when Storm's jumping on him, if you don't have it, it feels tough. The Astral Sub just doesn't seem like it's enough to get him out of there. Catchall gonna be recovering with this triple stack. Very nice.
He'll gladly pick that one up, and I think that is... did he go Vlads first or did he go mid side? I think he went for Vlads, didn't he?
Yes, I think he's going for
okay.
Vlads as well. And I like what Morphling is going for. Reality. He's like, let me go Manta style. He was queuing up the Morbid Mask, changes his mind, goes for the Manta style, knowing that Surveil's going to get this fast Orchid. It's a good idea, and I do hope that Pastel also adjusts, because I don't want... I feel like if you go Mage Slayer early right now, it's not going to help you. Yes, going for Yules won't feel great, but it will keep you alive, and you just can't afford to die anymore.
Yeah, I agree. Because, yeah, this Orchid is now complete for Sumail. He's out of mana, obviously, so he's going to go back to base and then immediately probably TP to one of these side lanes and look for another kill. And we're just going to come down to where Winter Bears can survive these oncoming ganks as Kuroki secures another tower. Doing his job well.
You know, it's really just Pastel who's suffering. Apart from that, the other cores, they're doing okay. Kachel's not too bad. Reality's right up there. Second net worth. If they can just hold for a little bit here on Winter Bears, the situation will get a little bit better for them.
Yeah, for sure. And it's not too bad. I mean, even their supports aren't a million miles behind. Like, all things considered, so they're doing fine. Yeah, thinking about going for the jump. There it is. Immediate silence is in. Matthew also nearby to further the chain stun. There is literally nothing Pastel can do. And now that he's seen the Orchids, does he maybe swap out for the Yules, or does he just double down on this Maid Slayer?
Mid players being stubborn? Not in my game, sir. Of course he's going to go for the Mage Slayer. You know, he'll be like, I'll dodge it next time. We'll see. If he adjusts, it would be the safer move. Oh, Miracle.
Oh, okay. Well, guarantee this grab onto a Stoic, attempting a very ambitious TP in front of the Wind Ranger. Not going to work out at all. Unfortunately, Jeezy's going to be able to slip out undetected at least. He's going to survive.
Lucky for him. Yeah, that was very interesting that Stoic was going to go for it. It's like maybe you could have swapped and ran away, actually been better. Because your Vengeful Spirits stuns like, what, 1.5?
Oh no.
God.
Pastel, under his own tier 2, man. Give the guy a break, please. He's just been punished so hard this game. 0 and 5 on the scoreline. Bottom in terms of CS as well for all the cores. It's looking rough. Meanwhile up top, the action doesn't stop as DZ also getting caught out of position. Catchall does have a Ravage available, but what would be the point? He's just going to die anyway. It ends up being a double for Kuroki on the Bambi. And yeah, Nigma Galaxy, man, really started to spiral out control with a 7k gold lead.
Pastel still believes that just with the cloak and some infused raindrops he can like survive. It's not gonna happen. You know, there's just no way. Reality is still farming well and you can still get good value out of the Titan just from the Ravage, but your Void Spirit, his game is done at the moment. He's gotta find some way to recover in the Force. You can't, anytime you put him on the map, you're just sort of baiting him. You're dangling him there and hoping people like, well, don't bite. That's not a strategy there.
Yeah, it's a very sad sort of place to be. No, he's not got on again. Don't even need to. Although there is going to be the swap from Stoic, so at long last, they're able to keep Pastel alive, and he's going to be able to walk himself away. But it's not really changing his net worth position, seeing as how he has lower than the enemy supports on Nigma Galaxy. Like he basically is a support at this stage.
Yes. And by the way, this is what I meant. Like if you show him there, the only can do that if the Vengeful's right behind him, which is not what you want. You want Venge to be maybe with the Morphling or making space in other lanes, getting some deep wars. But it's like nah, I have to. He's holding hands with him. You look at the bottom lane, Stoic is stuck to Pastel like a really clingy ex-girlfriend.
At least this is an ex-girlfriend that helps you out rather than just
True.
nagging you the whole time. Like, she's actually doing a pretty good job as the gank's coming away, but actually swaps still on cooldown for 5 more seconds. Can Pastel still survive in time? He actually can't. The cooldown's too long. They're going to get the grab on towards Stoic as well. So that's another 2 kills going towards Nigma Galaxy. And they've actually found the Morphling. Spear misses, but they've already used Waveform.
He's got Arena.
They do have Arena to drop. Not going to be forced to use it just yet. Tosses him back with the shackles, and he's just gone again. Double kill for Miracle, and now that was the most farmed core on the side of Winter Bears getting picked off for free on top of everything else, and it's just going from bad to worse.
I'll be honest, this entire game, the victory goes like thanks to Sumail because he crushed mid, and Winter Bears has been doing one thing only. They've been trying to get Pastel back in the game. The entire time they're like, we have Vengeful Spirit behind him. Reality, why does he TP? To help the Void Spirit not die. It's just all to keep Pastel alive, and it's kind of not gonna happen. I think that was this point. You're like, all right, just go push lanes and die. We don't really care.
Yeah, just bait on the other side of the map. Make space for Reality by throwing your body around, and hopefully that will be enough to
there you
try
go.
and recover some sort of place in this game.
That's
But
exactly what we want. That's what we wanted him to do. He's pushing top by himself. I mean, it sounds mean, but sometimes this is the situation. Also, all the fans are hoping Nigma Galaxy gets 3 kills in a row. Then we'll all be happy.
Still though, Catchall with his smoke did actually break because Sumail was hiding in the trees. With the Remnant, he's actually going to zip out, goes immediately on top of Stoic, jump in from FPC, just deletes the Vengeful Spirit. And Winter Bears, even with an amplified damage on Catchall, there's literally nothing they could do. Now they're the ones who are going to get pressured. FPC still has Zarina, drops it, gets the grab on towards Catchall, though it's a very hard target to get the kill for Matthew, though. Gets the grab on towards GZ, going for the life chain to keep himself alive. Matthew actually pays that with his life. Samael to get the silence, should be the death there for the Pugner. And he will die. The question is, can Winter Bears get anything out of this? No. It's FBZ just casually blink daggers away. Actually, maybe not done yet. Reality turns it towards the Tiny. Grab as well. It's a big kill to find. Mars goes down.
No mana Miracle.
Forwards for Miracle as well. He does actually have Hurricane Pike, so he should be fine here. And he's going to get away. Meanwhile, Kuroki, man fighting the Venge. Maybe overstayed his welcome as there's going to be the anchor point on top, but he's still going to get the kill first. It's going to be a free kill to Reality at the end of the day. And actually, that's a dominating kill streak, so extra money there for the Morphling.
Pretty convincing victory from Winter Bears, but that was without Ravage being used. They were also caught in the arena, so it's very nice for them. Catchall, he's in front, he's tanky. Does he still want to be there? He's up against Miracle. Focus Fire comes out. He's in danger.
Yeah, he's a goner for sure. Again, had Ravage available, but wouldn't be any point in trying to use it to run away. He's dead no matter what. And yeah, we'll see if Nigma Galaxy want to continue applying pressure. I imagine they would. There's literally no reason not to at this stage. Just keep on running at Winter Bears.
Alright, I believe Pastel has his item now, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Mage Slayer! Woohoo! We put a lot of effort to get this. I hope it pays off for him.
Yeah, I mean, is this even enough for him now to try and get active? Or really is this an item he should have had like 10 minutes ago and now it's maybe kind of underwhelming at this stage? Needs something else.
It'll still be helpful. It's just that it's your defensive aspect that you're scared about. But when we saw him fight just now with his team, he looked okay, just sort of going in last. And I like what he's doing. Just going out the lane, pushing in it, let people come to you. You don't really care at this point.
It looks like Nigma Galaxy though, they're gonna go for the Roshan. And it doesn't look like there's going to be any reach for this. Actually, there is. They do drop a scan. It does connect there for Winter Bears. They know it's happening. They have Ravage available, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get here in time. No one's even mobilizing to go for it either, so they're just going to happily sacrifice this. So it will be an Aegis into the hands of Samael on top of everything else.
That's not too bad. I mean, if you feel like that's too risky and you're getting some farm in the meantime, it's not the worst case scenario for you. Plus, going high ground against Vengeful Spirit is not the easiest thing in the world. Matthew, would love to catch him, but yeah, Nigma Galaxy, they're showing up here.
Yeah, Samael smoked up. He's going to see immediate jump, gets the grab on towards the Void Spirit. There is a swap still there from Stoic, as well as the Decrepify. Spear comes on through, locks down on the Pugner. He's dead. Both supports gone from Winter Bears. But at least the cores are going to be able to walk away, or are they? Kuroki being a bit of a nuisance, but not enough of a grab, so everyone's going to be able to get out of there, but it's another 2 free kills.
Kuroki's got the Mage Slayer with the power Trez. He's going to go for the Hurricane Pike. Like, he intends to kill people in this game. And he's having a fantastic performance. 5-1-7. That's really cool to see.
That feels like standard Enchantress stats nowadays. Like, they're never supports. They always just try and turn into little pseudo carries, dealing all the damage. I mean, hey, if it works, it works. You know, you can't really complain about it.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, he is very far. He is barely behind Catchall. You know, it's like in the next team fight, if Catchall dies and Kuroki lives, he's like, yeah, you'll see this Enchantress being 4th or 5th in net worth.
A real menace indeed. Well, they're top tier 2. Trying to get pressured right now. There's only actually 2 people from Nigma Galaxy here. All the rest are starting to go for a hunt to see if they can maybe find a free kill on towards Pastil yet again. Really make his game even worse.
Top lane, though, they're kind of going for a backstab here with the Morphling, but we'll see if he wants to fight or not. Oh, poor Pastil. Poor Pastil!
Yeah. He has no chance. But, you know, immediately as soon as they see all those members of Nigma Galaxy down bottom, that's the cue to make this move. They wanted to get Samael, but it looks like they're going to have to settle for Kuroki instead. It's not really the high priority target they were after. Even still, you know, she is still worth a lot of money.
Yeah, so like almost 1,000 gold for your team. And that means that, you know, you're still taking some time away from the Aegis. Anytime you trade 1-for-1, it's not a big deal when you're behind. As we mentioned, Pastel is a support. You don't look at him as a mid anymore. If you do that and you start treating it like a mid, it's kind of a losing situation. So let him go, let him feed, let him die. It's okay as long as he's making space for the team.
Yeah.
That's what Stoic is doing.
Yeah, Decrepify is there. Unfortunately, it doesn't do anything. Even the arena comes on out to secure the kill on towards GZ. There will be both sports going down. I mean, he's actually going to try and turn this one around. Wicked Rabbit actually comes out. It's good lockdown. Double Shackle as well that lands. They kill Miracle. Sumail going to lose his first life as well. FBZ finally manages to finish off Jeezy. Attempting a TP out. No cancel. So he's going to be able to get out there alive. Meanwhile, Reality is going to continue the chase and hunt down Matthew right now. Just completed a Yules. Immediately chucks it out. And that's going to be enough to allow him to back off. So it is 2 supports that go down, but they take a very big target with them.
Yeah, it's worth it. It is worth it for them to do that. And I think, was it Reality who got... Yeah, no, so it wasn't Reality who got... That's an important kill that Pastel was able to get for himself. Reality is showing that this net worth is not wasted. Like, he is playing out of his mind good right now to keep his team in the game. And if you are Nigma Galaxy, you might start thinking, all right, let's just, let's go get a Tormentor. Let's not dive into them. They keep the Aegis, but I believe it's only about a minute and a half left. So not too much time.
Yeah, we'll see if they can try and get another bit of use out of it soon. As Sumail will be able to get a bottled regen rune on top of everything else. One of the best runes ever for a Storm Spirit. Gotta feel good.
Even better now, after it got buffed. So if you get hit, you still keep it, which is super nice. Although if you're Storm, you're not gonna get hit. You don't play it that way.
I feel like you do. Especially with Sumail, man. He loves to just barrel in there and do whatever the hell he wants. So I don't know. Feels good.
Jeezy, he's got the Glimmer Cape. That's going to help a little bit. But overall, what Storm's got? He's got the Witchblade, the Kaya Sange, as well as the Orchid. And just top of the net worth. The entire game, he's just been there. Very comfortable.
Yeah, Miracle on his heels, though. That second place. I think he himself has a BKB completed very, very soon for the Wind Ranger. So, going to be another way for Nigma Galaxy to take fights. But they're looking to try and make a fight happen right now. Zip, they get the silence on towards the Vendal Spirit, immediately deleted, but at the very least, Reality, he's got his strength morph going. He's going to try and get himself out, but Matthew with the continued control, the burst damage is there, and the Morphling is dead, just no way to survive. And it's, again, a fantastic pickup there coming out from Nigma Galaxy. Very good.
By the way, Pastel, he's been in the bottom lane pushing there. You just ignore him. They say, all right, we know what you guys are doing. We know that how you've been treating the voice like he's a Jack hero. When you go out, you push out the lane, you don't mind dying. They're like, let's just go for the main target, which is the Morphling. And for now, he's been ignored. That's why he's been having a good game. But now that Reality's got some pressure on him, will he be able to live up to the expectations?
You had to mention him, didn't you, Tomo? You just had to talk about him, and then Sumail says, all right, I better just go and kill him then. Oh, the curse is real. I mean, we did see that Pascal was actually trying to build an axe as well, which is not far away, which maybe that'd be pretty cool. It's good for grabbing the Storm Spirit.
Yeah, but he's still playing in a way that he's thinking he's going to be like the tip of the spear, when it's like, nah. You're not living long enough in those situations. He's, I think, got 8 deaths to his name. Oh, Catchel. Toss back.
Oh, fantastic shackle onto both supports again. They managed to take down Stoic. Jeezy as well, not long for this world. Actually, he's able to get the Scrapify off. Now getting the live trade on towards FECs. The Mars is traded away. 2 for 1. Matthew still trying to hunt for a toss on towards Catchel. Can't quite find him. A Reality man just chasing after all these heroes on his own. Feeling very aggressive. Controlled up from the Avalanche. Impetus is coming through, so finally he's going to back off.
And look at that. We have the Hurricane Pike finished on Kuroki. He already got the shard from the Tormentor. So now he's just going to have huge range to do his damage. Kuroki has suddenly moved from something that's like hurts you to a major threat that you have to deal with.
Yeah, it's going to be a big old problem for them to deal with. And especially since another round of items just been completed. Parasma now up for Sumail, BKB for FBZ as well. So they are more than ready to start taking some fights. While looks like Winterbear's attempting a smoke play.
You see what Morphling has? He's got Kanda. Hey, the best item in the game. There you go. I mean, I don't really know if this is going to change anything, but at least it gives you a little bit more burst damage, which you can use. And he has been able to dish it out in these fights. They still have Ravage, by the way.
Matthew has to use himself up, trying to keep himself nice and safe. Immediate jump forwards, Warpus delete him. Although Jeezy gets grabbed, Ravage comes out, only connect on towards 1, but FTC with the BKB, holding 3 members of Winterbear's back on his own. Sumail continuing to charge forward. Sumail is controlled and killed. Big skill play there coming out for Winterbears. And now, you see Reality trying to get himself out of there. The Impetus is chasing after him, but Miracle in hot pursuit there with the focus fire. and they will be able to secure the Morphling. Can they now get the grab onto either Stoic or Pastil? Looks like it will just be the Venge. The Void Spirit survives, but it ends up being a big victory there for Nigma Galaxy.
Yeah, this caused them buyback though, and that was Sumail dropping. Like reality, again, you can see he does do the damage if he has an opportunity just for a few seconds. The Ravage was not perfect. I believe Miracle was BKB'd when it came out. It's like they already killed Matthew and they weren't in position to go on anyone else. So it's nice for Winter Bears, but it's still another losing battle. They have some fight in them, but they got coordinated a little bit better here.
Yeah, that they do. I mean, did Pastil have his Ags then? Oh, he didn't actually have his Ags.
No.
Maybe it could have been a little bit better if they had that. Like, would have cost them less potentially just to lock down Sumail or something. He's still just desperately trying to get it. At least he's going to get it after these creeps, but it might cost him. As Matthew and Miracle, they were hunting, but they just don't get the opportunity to jump.
Pastel's like our protagonist, this story, you know? Everything's gone bad for him. Will he rise up to the challenge after he's been beaten down like 10 times? 90% win probability here for Nigma Galaxy, but it's not 100, you know? There's comeback potential here.
It really is. And they're going to try and go for this kill on towards Kuroki. He's being pest, trying to get away, but a quick magic damage burst that comes through from reality absolutely shreds him to pieces. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's another, what, 1,300 gold for your team? These kills add up, and they smoke up. I don't think they have Ravage for quite some time, actually, but you do have burst damage with thanks to this Kanda. Yeah, so about 20 seconds, sorry, 25 seconds left here. You still have to dead in the water if you can put it on somebody.
Yeah. Oh, what
a shackle!
Land on towards Reality's control, but fantastic save from the support so that the arena out there from FPC grabs on towards three of them. Stone's eventually going to go down. GZ as well getting focus. Both supports will eventually be falling, though Catchell, he's actually one taking a lot of the aggression there for Sumail. Silenced up the Storm Spirit, getting control, but it doesn't matter. There's just not enough left to tank here for Winter Bears. As a Reality, he's going to be able to dodge there from Miracle, but it's just him on his own against 5, and he can't do anything at all. It's a team wipe coming out from Nigma Galaxy.
Oh, it started off just that was such a good shackle, using the creep to reach him and almost bring down Stoic. Does his best to save him, but it's not enough. And Ravage comes out just as the Tidehunter loses his life, and it's everything for Nigma. 10,000 experience, of about 4,500 gold going in their favor, and everyone's dead. So you can also go high ground if you want to, and that is exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah, there's going to be creeps on every single high ground as well. Well, so far it's only FBZ who's really hitting the tier 3 mid. Everybody else is off securing farm. I mean, actually, Sumail, he wants to get that X Roche, which is up now, but he'll be able to grab that at the very least.
It's hard to look at this and think that there's what they can do on Winter Bears to come back. I would like it if they see them push out the lanes, but that's very risky. You have Sumail jumping in from all over the map. You see Matthew also being on top of people along with FBZ. But top lane, we might get a rumble here.
Oh,
it's a very good opportunity.
He's barely able to survive. Kuroki's actually the one who gets focused. He just gets shredded. The untouchable are unfortunately not making too much difference in that situation. I mean, I think the only reason that GZ actually lived there was because FBZ was a little bit off the mark again with one of his spears, which is a bit unfortunate, but you know, very lucky if you're a Winter Bears fan, that's for sure. And we'll see what Nigma Galaxy is going to be able to do with this second Aegis and Roche Power.
And that kill though does give you like a minute of breathing room, because if you're Nigma Galaxy, you're not going to charge up hill 4 versus 5. At the same time, the creeps weren't even near the tower, so it's not like it wastes too much time. It's just like, all right, a little bit of little bit of love going for Winter Bears, but nothing that changes the stage of the game. As Pastil, he's very brave to stand there, I must say.
Brave man. He loves to play as dangerous as possible. You know, he's probably thinking, I've already died 9 times. It doesn't really matter if I die again, let's be honest. It's just try and play as aggressively as possible.
The game ends, he pings Stoic 0-11. He's like, nope, it's your fault. Actually, wow, Stoic's died 14 times. Poor guy. A lot of it has been to save other people. Yeah. But, the aggression from Nigma's a lot.
Plus 5 Venge life, you know, it's got to be done. There's nothing you can do about it. Well, high ground push coming out here on the bottom tier 3. We'll see if Winter Bears are going to start bringing people over to defend it. They do at the very least have Glyph available. They also have a fresh Shiva's Guard completed for Catchell, but at the same time, FBZ's just picked up his own with a similar sort of power spike there for both teams.
Looks like Morphling is just going to be able to pick up a shard for his team. He gets it for himself. I believe that allows him to swap stats while he's disabled, which is nice. It means that if you get caught by an unlucky shackle, it's not as big of a problem as it was in the previous fight.
Definitely not. Especially now with Sumail, who's just picked up a BKB, so he's feeling pretty free, although they chuck the anchor on top of him, but the immediate re-engage, they chuck him back inside the arena, and Orcad will just disintegrate. No chance to be Zolba, and now Stoic getting controlled. Sumail's after him with the Decrepify. Keeping the Venge alive for as long as possible. Have to be controlled from Bastille, but immediately they just jump on top of this Void Spirit, jump towards FTC, they grab him. They've also got the Spear connection towards Reality as well. Can the Morphling get himself out of this one? The answer is no. He's dead for a minute. They fire back from Bastille. Unfortunately, all he can do is sit back and watch. The impetus is, whew, Stoke has to use a damn smoke to live, and they just tap out. GG is called. And Nigma Galaxy dismantled game 1.
Yeah, it was not even close. Like, it started off with a decent move, but and then the side lanes here. The side lanes went okay for Winter Bears. It was not like this is one side stop, but unfortunately, it was the mid lane where we saw